On this edition of Phoenix News, we look at Black History Month, students who are learning how to create self-portraits, and a company that comes to SOI to help with community service hours. All this and more. Welcome to Phoenix News. I'm Ethan Berlenga.
And I'm Samantha King. The month of February is almost to a close, and we have many things happening throughout the month.
For example, unexpected snow days, ACT testing, and Valentine's Day. However, none of this is quite as important as Black History Month.
Yes, our teachers and staff have done an excellent job at celebrating Black History Month, whether in the classroom or in our prime times.
For more on this topic, let's turn our attention to the Phoenix News reporting team.
We can always recognize what they've specifically done for our community, but it's important to have a specific 28, sometimes 29 days where we could just acknowledge just that, what they've done for us instead of what everybody's done.
I think it's a great time to honor those African Americans that came before us. I'm glad that we highlight and recognize their accomplishments. At least 1 month a year, even though, we could do it all the time. But to set aside some time to really focus on that, I think is very important.
I think it's very important to just know what people's struggles may have been and being able to, overcome adversity and different types of struggles to get to a better place in life. I think that is important for all students to see, because it's not just an African American cultural thing. There are struggles in all cultures, and it's important to see that you can overcome adversity and do positive things with your life.
We have TVs all around the school, and they have major Black celebrities or just important Black people, and then has their name and what they did.
I'd have to say the slideshows on the big screens, like the TVs all over the school, and then the speakers, they talk about their experiences, how they pushed through to get by as a Black person.
I think just them supporting and celebrating Black history is really nice, showing, quotes and people, Black people in different industries who are very successful. I think that's really cool. It inspires me to be like them, and I think that's really nice.
Yes, so first off, we have a very small population of students who are of African American descent, and I think it's just great that we spend time celebrating all of the cultures that we have at the school. So the prime times and the Black History program, they've just been really great in informing students about the African Americans and how, the culture, and how, African Americans have been able to advance over the years.
Thank you to Christopher Ramirez for producing that package.
Speaking of producing, our graphic design classes taught by Miss Mitchell have been experimenting on lessons with how to create self-portraits.
Many of these students have never had any formal training with cameras and lighting until now.
Let's head over to our graphic design classes to find out what they are accomplishing on this topic.
So Graphic Design 2 was working on self-portrait project where they had to pick a color that represented their personality and then craft an image that represents them. They're experimenting with different artificial lights to create different colors. They're changing their outfits, bringing in props, and trying to communicate that in a single image. So they're learning to use DSLR cameras, where they have to learn to shoot in manual mode and control all the settings of their images that they take. And then they bring it to the computer and edit within Lightroom. So I think this project will help them in future projects or careers or anything they're interested in, because they're having to think about how to represent something in a different way and also without words. So communicating visually and not just telling somebody about what you're trying to do.
You get to be creative with how you want to express how you feel, express what you're like, and like your attitude and all that. So that was really fun and cool.
The photography project was really fun because we were able to express ourselves through lots of different ways. The stuff that people created was really cool to see. Everyone's was different. I know one person who used water in jars, and it was just so cool to see everyone's creations. And it was a really fun assignment because we all just got to branch out, and Miss Mitchell kind of just gave us free reign of all of the equipment that we have in the graphic design room. And it was just a really fun project.
Those students looked like they were really having fun while learning how to work with cameras and editing software.
I'm a third year in graphic design, and I know exactly how fun Miss Mitchell makes her assignments.
Here at DTSOI, our amazing CCR teachers set up special occasions for students to gain community service hours.
If you didn't know, each student needs a total of 75 community service hours by the end of graduation. So this is very helpful.
Earlier this month, Ms. Bunyard and Ms. Motley had a special company here on campus to help students hack away at some of those hours.
We have a mission at the Pack Shack to provide provisions and opportunities for our neighbors in need. Today is a part of that provision and opportunity category where, sometimes it doesn't have to be meals. Typically at the Pack Shack we do pack meals, but any way that we can help the community grow and be a better place, that's what we try to strive to do. Everybody can be your neighbor, whether that person's in Ukraine dealing with issues that they're dealing with, or the neighbor's the person living right next to you. We all have neighbors, everyone is needing help. And it's super great that you get to have an opportunity to help somebody. So I always think overcoming with joy is the words I always think of, joy and happiness when you're able to help someone.
Well, I've always loved making art, and so this is a way for me to help other people get to do that and maybe find their own passions in art, which is really awesome because materials like this, scissors and glue and pipe cleaners and construction paper, just messing with those and making little projects is what got me into art as a little kid. And so I love being able to give back and letting other people discover their passions the same way I do.
Currently they have a partnership with the Walton Art Center to pack art kits to send across our state to students who don't have art supplies in their areas.
Seeing people want to give their time to help somebody else. Also, I think it's important to have fun while you're doing it, and so getting a chance to see kids and grown-ups alike help out their community and have a whole lot of fun to where they get something out of it too is a really awesome experience.
This was a very fun and fast-paced way to not only help out on a good cause, but to knock off some community service hours. This room was full of good energy and great music, and they even had a gong to hit when certain goals were met.
Thank you to the Pack Shack and to our CCR teachers.
Samantha, have you heard about the new games coming out this year? There's a new Mickey Mouse game, and I heard there's also a new Super Mario game that's already come out.
There's a new Mickey Mouse game?
I know. They mentioned it in January and February recap. It's supposed to be really good.
With spring break coming up, I'm going to need all the entertainment shows I can find.
How about we look at it right now?
Hi, I'm Dennis Figueroa. Before we leap into March, let's take some time to look at a wonderful beginning to a new year. Starting off with a bang, Steamboat Willie has entered the public domain. Just in this month, numerous projects based off the Disney icon have been announced, Mickey Mousetrap and Radiation Origins to name a few. News updates over the upcoming Minecraft movie have revealed that Jack Black is starring as the legendary character Steve. 2024 brings back a classic with the release of He-Man Revolution. Skeletor gains new technology capable of finally raiding Castle Grayskull once and for all. Can He-Man stop Skeletor's new scheme? He-Man Revolution is also streaming exclusively on Netflix. Mario vs. Donkey Kong is about Donkey Kong stealing toys from the mini Mario factory. Can Mario stop Donkey Kong from the robbery of a lifetime? Mario vs. Donkey Kong is available to play on the Nintendo Switch. Well, that's all we have for this month's recap. My name is Dennis Figueroa, and as always, thank you for watching.
See, doesn't it look so cool? I really want to play it someday.
Yeah, it kind of does, and so does the new Mario game too.
Our show is almost coming to an end, but we can't leave just yet.
That's right, we haven't announced this show's influential teacher, and it is my honor to tell all of our viewers Mr. Sniff is the lucky teacher that has been selected.
Mr. Sniff does a lot for our students, but he is most loved by our coding and game design students. Plus, he has won multiple awards with SOI students on a national level. Enough talking, let's get straight to it.
I came to DTSOI because I was at my old school for 7 years, and I really liked it. I really enjoyed working there, but I needed new challenges in my life, so to grow and become better. And so I thought this was the perfect place for me to do that. So going from English to computer science wasn't that bad of a change, actually, because my background, computer science, has always been a passion of mine. So I've always kind of built computers, and all of my closest friends work in IT in either cybersecurity or networking or programming. And so it's just kind of a natural fit. I almost studied it actually in college before I was an English major. And then just kind of using different programming in my English class, I think, got the attention of our admin, and so they asked me if I would ever want to become a computer science teacher. And I said, yeah. Oh, DTSOI is great. I love it here. There's no school like this anywhere, or at least around here. I just think that has a good vibe. All the teachers are nice and friendly and helpful. Admin team is the best. They have your back, and yeah, I just like it a lot.
Earl Sniff, honestly, he motivated me to join computer science just through all the opportunities that I saw present when I first took computer science. I could see more so what the seniors were doing, and by seeing like that more advanced curriculum and what I could potentially do in the future, that like heavily motivated me to continue on and start going for game development.
Being chosen as influential teacher is really an honor. To me, it says that the kids that have come through my classroom, something I did really stuck with them. And so that, as a teacher, to me, that's the most important thing. Of all the things we do, if we can positively influence young people's lives, I think that's huge. So it feels good.
Congratulations to Mr. Sniff.
And that's going to wrap up this edition of Phoenix News. Thank you for watching.
See you on the next one.